First up, it's important to calibrate around what we mean by the science of reading. So this term encompasses over 5 decades of research in the States from multiple fields. And this scientific evidence base, though it's existed for decades in this country, this term science of reading, it's gained a lot of traction in the last few years, and that can potentially lead to misunderstandings or sort of a narrowed view on what the term applies to. So it encompasses work around the science or the research about reading processes, quite literally how we learn to read. That type of knowledge is typically coming to us from the neuroscience and cognitive science fields. It also, of course, includes the science of reading instruction. So this would be looking at instructional practices that support students in actually enacting those reading processes. That knowledge typically comes to us from schools of education and psychology. And then finally, this term does encompass, and hopefully will encompass much more, from the science of implementation. That's to say research that we see happening on the ground in schools and in districts, whether it's conducted by independent evaluators working under grants, whether it's conducted by schools of education working directly with practitioners. We need a lot more of that science in order to confirm that the instructional choices we're making are indeed engaging students in those reading processes and leading them to become effective readers. Overall, this body of knowledge teaches us these 3 things. It teaches us how we develop proficient reading and writing skills, why some of us struggle with developing those skills, and then how we as people in the education field can more effectively assess, teach, and improve student outcomes through preventing as well as intervening when we see reading difficulties emerge.